I used to think that I was the problem. And yes, I could have been a part of the problem, but let me tell you this. When I changed my circle, my whole entire life changed. Let me tell y'all a story. In 2020, I was in prison. This was my 4th time being in prison. And I had came to the conclusion in prison that I wasn't going to break the law anymore. I wasn't going to do drugs anymore. I had that spiritual awakening and I was done. I was done with that lifestyle. And one day I had this idea because, you know, I got a history and experience with music. I had this idea. I was like, you know what? I want to start a music program for the youth. I want to go to a youth center and do like a volunteer music program or something. So I went out to the yard, that's basically the big outdoor area in prison where you can go out and hang out with other inmates. So I go out there and I walk up on my homies, like the dudes that I've been in there hanging out with, like they all drug dealers, street dudes. I grew up with them. And I tell them, I'm like, man, when I get out, I want to do a volunteer music program at the youth center. One of my dudes, like one of my friends, like someone I hung out with every day and had love for, he looked at me, he was like, Bob, you sell heroin, man. Ain't nobody about to let you around their kids. That sound dumb as fuck. Those was like his exact words. And I'm not gonna lie to you. It hurt. It definitely hurt. It hurt, man. It hurt bad. And I'm like, well, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. And that's just how it is. The crazy thing is that it'll be the people closest to you. It'll be your closest friends and family members. Those will be the people that tell you something's not possible. Those will be the people that try to shit on your dreams. Those will be the people trying to hold you back. Like, yes, in some cases, we do have family members. We do have friends that encourage us and inspire us. But for the most part, when you live in a life like I was living, most people are negative. They live in that negative mind state. Like in the world, we got 2 different types of people. We got people that live in the problem and people that live in the solution. When you live in a negative lifestyle, the majority of the people are living in the problem. So when you try to tell a big dream to a small-minded person, they're going to feel uncomfortable and all they're going to be able to do is shit on your dream. But the crazy thing is, when I got out of prison that time, I got out in November, I stayed off drugs. I didn't break the law. And that following October, I did a charity event. I organized a flag football game for Halloween, and I let people come and donate Halloween costumes, and then we donated them to a local youth center. And then that following month, I reached out to that same youth center and I said, hey, this is my vision. I want to do a music program at your youth center. And they agreed. And I did a music program that summer at that youth center. And then the next year, I got in contact with another youth center that works with elementary kids. And this youth center is actually the YMCA. Like, the YMCA owns this youth center in the inner city. And I started volunteering with them, doing a music program with them. I did the music program one year, I did it the next year, and in that year, they gave me an award. The YMCA recognized me at their annual dinner with the Stephen Sullivan Service Award for being the Volunteer of the Year at the Booker T. Washington Community Center in Hamilton, Ohio. So that right there just goes to show you, don't let anybody try to like demean you or try to shit on your dreams or tell you that something's not possible. If you got a vision up here, if you can believe it, you can conceive it. And even if it's just something like, I just wanted to go volunteer, but that has turned into something much, much larger. And now that volunteer role is like a major part of my life. Like, that is what I feel the most drawn to, is when I'm working with the youth, is when I'm pouring into them kids over at the center. So even if like the vision that you got up here or what you want to do, it might be small right now, but it might start small. But then it's going to grow into something much larger. So if you got something up here that you want to do, don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. Follow through with your vision. Turn that vision into a reality. All right, so let's go back into this, like the circle. I know that we kind of got a little off track, but let me just tell you this. Like, based on the person that you want to be, like, it don't matter who you want to be, as long as you hanging out with people the opposite of that. So you can sit here and say like, man, I want to like start a business, or I want to get into real estate. But if you just hanging out with people that play video games and smoke weed all day, like, you are going to be equivalent to the 5 people closest to you. Even if that's your family. Like, if you spending all your time with your family and your family's like drug addicts and alcoholics, like, you're going to end up being a drug addict and an alcoholic. That's exactly what happened to me. Like, everybody around me, everybody that I put myself around, they were all alcoholics. They were drug addicts, they were hustlers, they were adulterers, they were sinners, they were thieves, they were robbers and burglars. So that's what I became. So it is important. Like if you're trying to chase a certain dream, you need to start to surround yourself with other people that have that same mindset, that have those same intentions. If you want to get into real estate, get on the computer in whatever county that you live in. I live in Butler County. Type in Butler County Real Estate Association. There's one in every single county, and they meet up multiple times a month to network, to spend time together, to get to know each other. You can go to one of them events, meet somebody, they'll become your mentor. You can start working with them. They'll start pouring into you. You can help their situation. They can help your situation. But that is how it is. You are going to become the equivalent of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you want to be a businessman, go hang out with some businessmen. I know businessmen are busy, but like I'm a businessman. You can reach out to me and be like, yo, Bob, like, I want to be a businessman. I want to be an online brand owner. Like, can I come work for you for free and just spend some time with you and learn about what you do? I'm going to be like, heck yeah. You might be thinking to yourself, like, work for free? Like, I'm not about to do that. But look, you're not working for free. Like, you might think that I'm getting all the value because you're doing stuff for me for free, but in reality, you're the one getting the value because I'm pouring into you. You're learning things that will last forever. The stuff that you do for me, I'm going to need to have that same stuff done next week, next month, for the rest of my life. Like, that's short-lived. But the value and the information and the experience you get by working with somebody like that, that's going to last you a lifetime. So when it comes down to people, like, you got 2 different type of people in your life. You got people that are going to drain your energy, and then you got people that are going to give you energy. Like when I'm on the phone with one of my mentors, and like we're talking about, like-minded stuff, and we're talking about building wealth, and we're talking about improving credit, we're talking about doing real estate and buying and flipping houses, that energizes me. When I get off that phone, I'm like, I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go take over the world. You see what I'm saying? But like, if you get on the phone with one of your friends and they're like, man, like, oh, this is happening, and me and my girl fighting, and this, that, and the third, and this happened, and this happened. I get off the phone, I feel drained because like they're pouring their cup. They're pouring all of their stress out into my cup. Like that's like, yes, sometimes you do got to get on the phone and chop it up. Like if somebody really means a lot to you, but don't let people do that to you all the time. Like, don't just offer to be somebody's sounding board every day where they could just pour all of their problems into you. Your spouse, that's different. Like, your spouse, that's what you're there for her. But I'm talking about friends and relatives and even your parents, even your cousins and uncles and aunts. Like you got to set boundaries for yourself. You can't just let anybody just pour all of their problems out on you every day, because that's going to drain you. Like right now, if you doing an audit of all the people in your life and you see that you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in your life that's constantly draining you, you need to remove 3 of them and then add 3 people that will energize you. And if you really don't know, like if you're an observant and an aware individual, you'll know, like just by thinking about it. But if you're not sure, just pay attention. The next time you talk to somebody on the phone, or the next time you spend a lot of time with somebody, right after that interaction, ask yourself, like, did that interaction energize me or did it drain me? And that right there will be enough to tell you. So we'll go ahead and end it with this. You don't need more talent. You don't need more money. You just need to be more aligned. You need to be more aligned with people that are speaking life into you. You need to be more aligned with your purpose. Like, you need to be more aligned with your intention. Like, ask yourself, what is your intention? What do you really want to accomplish in life? Because the thing is, if you don't know where you want to go, if you don't know what you want to accomplish, how are you going to be able to put a plan in place to get there? So that's what you got to sit down and really think hard about. Who do you want to become? What do you want to accomplish? Okay, now that we got that figured out, we can start to map out a plan to get there. Like if you want to get into real estate, okay, to get into real estate, here's what you got to do. Let's reverse engineer it. Like if we want to buy and flip a house, well, obviously we got to save up some money. So that right there could be a goal. We have to learn the real estate market in our area. So we need to get a mentor in the area. How can we get a mentor? We can start going to the networking events. Okay, now those are our 2 goals. Like in order to get into real estate, those are the 2 things that we got to accomplish. Okay, well, how can we accomplish saving up the money? We might have to go and build up our credit. We might have to start putting a little bit of money back. Instead of spending money on all the things that we really enjoy, we'll start putting a little $500 a month back for a year. That's $6,000. At that same time, we're building up our credit. Maybe after a year, we got an 800 credit score and we can go take $50,000 out of a business line of credit or something. Now we got some money. We got a mentor. We working with them. We might mess around and do a joint venture deal. You see how much easier that was? When I knew where I wanted to go, when I knew what I wanted to accomplish, I was able to reverse engineer that and put a plan in place to make it happen. So the same is gonna go for any goal, anything that you wanna do. Like, you just set that intention, and then you can start to reverse engineer that goal and be like, okay, like if I wanted to become a real estate investor, what would I have to do every day to become that? And then it gets much easier. So that's what my message for you is today, guys. Figure out who you wanna be. Start to surround yourself with like-minded people. Do the things every day that you need to do to become that person. And thank me later, mother chuckers. Hey, and if this is the first time you watch my video, I just want to let y'all know I'm on a 365-day challenge right now of doing hard shit every day. That hard shit includes me waking up 4:30 a.m., me shooting at least one YouTube video a day, kind of like this, like a 10 to 12 to 20 minute video, depending on how much gas I got in me. Sticking to my workout and just doing everything I can to get the life that I want. So if you guys want to join me on that journey, hit the subscribe button, jump in the comments, let me know, like, yeah, I'm ready. And we'll go on this journey together, my friends. I hope that y'all have a blessed day. I love y'all. God loves y'all. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Hey, yeah.